Hey, good morning. This morning's lecture came out of the 8th chapter of John. We find the religious leaders, the Pharisees, teachers of the law, wanting to entrap Jesus by bringing him this woman who they said was caught in the very act of adultery. Anyway, they say to him, they say, this woman, according to the law of Moses, should be put to death. What say ye? What say ye, Jesus? What do you say about this? What are you going to say? And Jesus stoops down and, writes in the sand, and they keep asking, what are you going to say? What do you say about this? What do you say? Trying to trip him up. He says, those of you who are without sin, get in line. And the one who's without sin, you are the first one in line. So you're the first one to cast a stone. Well, none of them were without sin. And eventually they all dropped their rocks and went home. But if he had answered the question that they wanted him to answer, it was a lose-lose situation, because if he had said, yeah, go by the law of Moses and have her stoned, they would have said then, see, you're not for the Romans, or you are against Rome. And so, because they didn't have the authority to execute anybody. But his words were good enough. He that's without sin, let him cast the first stone. A lesson for us. None of us are perfect. None of us are sinless. And there's a universality of sin, which really is the easiest thing to prove. All are sin, and all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, the universality of sin. So when we understand that, then we are not any different from the woman who was caught in the act of adultery, though she probably wasn't caught. It was a setup. Be careful how you judge other folk, because we have no right to condemn or execute anyone. He answered them, and instead of judging her or stoning her, and I gotta say this, he was the only one in the group who was entitled to stone her, because he was without sin. But instead of stoning her, he exercised grace and love and compassion and mercy and forgiveness. And so maybe we should exercise those same characters: grace, mercy, forgiveness. We should do that with the people that we come in contact with as well. Love y'all. Have a good day. Have a good week. Have a good month.